Everybody wants to booty. Mostly Fit. Hey everybody, I'm Dizzy.
And I'm Lindsay.
And we're Mostly Fit, finding the balance between workouts
and weekends. Before we get started, if you're liking what you're seeing, I need you to go like, comment, and subscribe and tell us what you think.
Yes, and today we are talking about squats. Everybody wants to booty.
Yes, drop it like it's hot.
I got enough, okay.
Ooh.
Oh, sorry, I have to do it every time. But everybody wants to booty, and we see all these silly exercises in when people are kicking stuff and playing around with bands, but one of the most important and functional things that you could do is a squat.
Absolutely.
Like, think about how many times a day you squat.
Yeah, and there's a million different squats
there are.
You can do.
And we're gonna run through a list of them.
Yes, some of the most popular.
6 or 7 of them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a couple to show you. Starting
from the most basic to some corrective to the most advanced. So stick around all the way through and let us know what you think in those comments.
So, like we said, there are many ways to do a squat, but probably the most common way is a barbell squat placed on your back. The first thing you're gonna do, you're going to approach the bar from the other side, and you're going to dip underneath it and make sure that it's placed correctly on your back. You don't want it on your neck. You want to push your shoulder blades back a little bit and make a nice little shelf there. And then you're going to lift up and step back. Just make sure that my lats are super tight and that my chest is up, my core is tight, my feet are exactly where I want placed. Now you're gonna have different stance. Some people are more comfortable in a narrow stance, some more wide, some their feet out. I'm usually right about here. Again, chest up, core tight, and you're just going to squat down. So as you see here, the barbell should be parallel with the back of my heels, and my knees are not super far over my toes. If you have to go over your toes, that's okay as long as it's comfortable. All right, but you want to still make sure that that core is tight and that chest is up. You're not leaned over too far and your legs are not caving in. So when you come up, you want to make sure that you're squeezing your butt at the top and that your hips are pushed forward.
Another variation of the barbell squat is one that I found that benefited me a lot, and that was the front squat. Because I didn't have a lot of core stability when I first started squatting, and my quads were not doing the job like they should. So this variation brings the weight in front of you, forcing you to lean back a little bit. So there's 2 ways to set your arms up on this. If you've got enough wrist mobility, which I'm right in the middle of it, you could set it up like so. But the goal is to put the weight on your chest and your front deltoids. And when you do the exercise, it'll stay on the front of your body, not in your hands. Now, there's other options to this. The way that I had to start at first, because I didn't have mobile wrists, was to do what I like to call a corpse pose. My middle, there we are. It still lands in the same place on your body. Technically, you could do it like this if you wanted to. Don't do that. But do the same thing, and you just use your fingers to stabilize the bar. Still rest in the same place on your body, right below, around the collarbone area, front deltoids. Same thing. Boom! So the goal of all barbell, all squatting in general, is that the weight goes over the middle of your foot when you go down. So that will be one reason that you might want to adjust to a front squat. So when you do the front squat, your body sits a lot further back in the move, which you might have noticed between my and Lindsay's shots. When the weight's in front of you, you're not able to fall as far forward. Boom! And then you just re-rack the weight. So if you don't feel comfortable with that barbell draped across the front of you, there's another way to reproduce that move, and that's with a goblet squat. So you use a kettlebell, or you can use a big old ball, or a friend, whatever. And the goal is to hold the weight in front of you. And this time I can move instead of Lindsay moving. So you want the weight to be right in front of you. Once again, reproducing the force over the mid-foot line. And this engages the core more, allows you to sit back a little bit, and you can recruit your legs efficiently. But also, once again, just to demonstrate that mid-foot line, Boom. If you were to draw a line right up and down, right over the middle of the foot. And it's very hard to get that wrong because the weight's gonna go where it's gonna go.
What I'm gonna be doing now is a box squat, and I might use this for some of my elderly clients or somebody who's new to working out altogether, has never squat before, and this is just a way to maintain that proper form. So you can use a weight or without a weight, and you're just gonna make sure that their heels are pressed up nice against the box, and this just allows them to keep that control and get that nice squat hinge as they're coming up.
Lindsay mentioned that she uses this for elderly people and people that need correction, but you can also use it for power reasons. So you got heavier weight, you can use it for the same thing, focusing on getting that more explosive strength from your quads and glutes with a box just the same.
The last of the squats is the overhead squat, and this is it's a more difficult squat to do, and really the main purpose to do it is if you were kind of interested in some of those Olympic lifts like the snatching and clean and press and certain things like that. So usually it comes from the ground. You can also do it from a rack. I like to just clean and press it up. I put my hands kind of far apart, and this takes a lot of good like shoulder mobility. All right, and then you just squat down into that parallel position best you can, and back up. You want to try your best not to arch that.
Stealing my snap thunder at the beginning. You can't, if you keep doing it, it's gonna break the video.
Okay.
She's gonna break the video, I swear. I swear. Wait. There we are. Wait. Square. Okay. So if you enjoyed that,
Yes.
let us know once again. And
By giving us a thumbs up,
Yeah.
commenting about how amazing you thought everything was,
yeah,
and subscribing.
and don't leave bad comments. It makes me cry.
Yeah.
And also check us out on social media, Instagram at Mostly Fit Podcast and Facebook at Mostly Fit.
Yes, and be sure to go to our website, mostlyfitpodcast.com, for all of our coaching options, as well as sweet merchandise.
And what's that other thing we do?
Every single Monday, we have a podcast, Mostly Fit Podcast. Make sure you check it out.
Until next time, we'll see you next time.
Bye.